So, it's Jenny again. Welcome to Soul Level. Now, Soul Level is something altogether more intensive on the one hand and yet completely safe and relaxing on the other. So, let me describe to you the kinds of people that might join us in Soul Group. We meet every 6 weeks, and this is the kind of person that might want to join us. You've spent too long in the wilderness looking for like-minded people to bounce off of clients and to be inspired by and to learn from. You spent ages and ages and you're just fed up with it. Perhaps you're at last ready to be really curious and open to new learning. So perhaps you're really ready just to step over into soaking in new information. Perhaps you're at the stage where you've just begun to realise that you have to get your own value right first before you can teach other people about their value. Okay, and getting yourself right is about, it's almost like an angry indignation. I am definitely going to make my life work for me now, and I need to invest in me to make me feel better about who I am and what I'm doing in my therapy practice. So those people who are on the cusp of just being angry enough, not terribly, but being angry enough to take some action and to determine to develop, those are the people that come and join us. Perhaps you're looking for extra techniques and learning in an integrative way, so to put more together, and you're looking for practice, because we don't just lecture and we don't just talk at you, we practice the techniques and we practice the styles and approaches that we say we will do. Perhaps you're like one of life's rebellious types who, on the one hand, you just want to be free and unfettered, but on the other hand, you would like to feel that you belong to something, but you don't want the belonging to be suffocating. Now, the brilliant thing about our meetings is that we have such a diverse membership, such a diverse range of people that come and meet with us. The only thing they really have in common is an open heart and an open mind. I have past life regressionists, CBT therapists and psychologists, but each of them has a curiosity about the interpersonal relationships they have with themselves, and intrapersonal and interpersonal with other people. So it's all about learning about ourselves, really. Perhaps you want to be part of this therapy world that is waking up and find others who are doing the same, because I'm aware there is a movement in the world of therapy, albeit a fairly slow one, of this self-awakening and wanting to find people who are, ditching the scripts and ditching the protocols and ditching the models and actually just working with their heart. So perhaps you like what you've seen so far in my approach, and you feel there's something I can teach you. There's always value in finding a mentor in life who can take you a step further, even if that step further is just a bridging step, so you can go off and do something different. It's, I'm not precious. If I can be part of your journey, I'm happy, however big or small that is. Perhaps, this is where I've just mentioned before, we have all sorts of people in our groups, from gay, straight, any race or colour, creed or religion. It's irrelevant, really. All I said, as I mentioned before, is just we need an open heart and an open mind, and be prepared to question. Don't just take things at face value. Be open. Some people, one of my members came out of a formal education setting that she found was so soulless and so crushing that she couldn't do it anymore. She spent thousands of pounds with this particular route, and came into our practice, my groups, for a year, and she's just gone crazy. She's just developed no end. Other people have been with me 3 years or more. Other people have come for 6 months and left. I would suggest that really you need to give it a year. If you don't stay for the year, then I would suggest that you're probably running away from something. Now, that could just be my arrogance and saying, well, perhaps you are, but maybe that's just not what you want either. But I would suggest that you do give it a year. There is no tie-in, however, I must insist, there is no tie-in. If it's really not for you, then you don't have to come. But if you resonate with anything that I've said, then you should know whether it's for you or not. So if it's for you, I'm really looking forward to having you in the group. Now, I'm just going to tell you in a moment exactly what happens in groups, so you've got a more specific idea of what you're letting yourself in for.